I'm not always positive. And I wasn't always positive. I like to tell people that my parents taught us when we said our evening prayers that we needed to pray for all the people of South Africa, including the South African government, the Apartheid government, that we needed to pray God's blessings on people. And I would sometimes say the prayer with my fingers crossed behind my back, like, God, I don't really mean it. or I would say I have a special prayer for them that they get to meet God really quickly.
Oh, wow.
So I haven't, so even today, I'm not always positive. There are days when I feel the weight of the division and hatred in the world, and it makes me, what it makes me do is close myself in my bedroom, eat a lot of chocolate, and watch murder mysteries.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Okay. But I think what has kept me positive is the community that I was raised in. Mm-hmm. In particular, for me, it would be my grandmothers. My grandmothers, my father's mother taught me when I asked her about how in a church that was all Black people, all the pictures of God and angels and all of that were white people, how could we worship a God who looked like the people who oppressed us? Mm. And my grandmother said, you know, I am made in God's image and you are made in God's image. And the images we see, God didn't paint those images. Mm. Those are the images that people have made of God. Mm. And so what those pictures speak of is not God, but of the people who painted them. Mm. So that recognition came to me early, to be encouraged to recognize my full humanity. And my other grandmother used to always say when we were down and looking at the overwhelming oppression of apartheid, she would always say to us, remember that this is not the end of the story. Mm. That what we see right now is not the be-all and end-all of how South Africa will be. And I remember that at our first democratic election in 1994, my father's mother had already died, but my mother's mother voted for the first and last time in her life at 91 years of age. Wow. And she said to me on that day, she said, you see, I told you that wasn't the end of the story. Wow. And that we are a people who have fought for this day. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing. She said, I always believed that my grandchildren would see this day, but mm-hmm. it is amazing and a blessing that I get to see it. So I had a community of people who kept on reminding me that apartheid was an abomination and that it didn't matter what the system said, that the reality was I was an amazing human being, even when I was getting on their nerves, mm-hmm. that they reminded me that they saw in me a person of great worth, and they taught me to believe in my worth and in the worth of other human beings.